if you're thinking about seeing this, you really, really, really need to think about what you're doing when you go see it. It's long, it's loud, it's nasty, it's confusing.
It's confusing.
You ain't helping. Now, if your ass continue, if everything I'm telling you, you still choose to go see this movie, then what you really need to know about the film is I absolutely loved it, man. I love this movie. I know, Mark, because I know.
We knew you did.
Man, y'all, listen, I didn't care about y'all because they saw me in the movie because after it was done, I was like, bravo. Bravo. Yes. Double Toast is going to be doing a little tour. It's going to be hitting 3 cities very soon. Atlanta, Georgia, that's October 11th. Going to be in Santa Monica, California, November 14th. And going to be in Seattle, Washington, December 12th. And you can get your tickets for those by going to x1entertainment.com/double toasted. And time is running out on getting tickets to my show in Chicago. August 30th. That show is almost sold out. So go to doubletoastedchicago.com and get your tickets now. So some of y'all still don't know the highest grossing movie or animated movie of all time is this movie right here. This little boy right here. Ne Zha.
They kept pronouncing it Ne Zha.
Well, okay, him too.
Okay.
Ne Zha. And that's the name of the movie. Ne Zha. Ne Zha 2. And Ne Zha 2 is the highest grossing animated movie ever, and it's also the 5th highest grossing movie of all time. And it's crazy enough for A24 to say, yeah, give that to us. right. That's just what we want, man.
It just crossed the crazy threshold.
Yeah, boy, this is insane. Y'all know we love crazy.
They were like, I don't know, maybe give it to Neon. Oh, wait a minute. No. Okay, it's good.
Is it crazy? Is it confusing? Do you walk out talking about what the hell was that? That's right up our alley right there.
That's us, baby.
Yeah, give us that Ne Zha right there. In fact, we want to confuse people so much, we're not even releasing the first one. We're going to going straight to the second one.
You figure it out.
Ne Zha part 2. Don't worry about part 1.
Yeah, if we showed you the first part, you know what was happening.
Yeah, we can't have that.
That's not our brand.
That's not the A24 way. The first we were just weird. Now we just confusing. So, if you don't walk out of A24, we're talking about we have not done our job. But that's what we got here, man. Ne Zha. Ne Zha 2 or Ne Zha or whatever. But anyway, with this, I'm gonna say it like Martin said. Ne Zha, he's the little demon boy who was born to human parents, who has also captivated Chinese audiences for years with his part 1 and part 2 of his movies right there. But can he win over America? Especially when they didn't even see his first film.
Right.
We and for those who did see the first film, even they said, I don't know why. I don't understand anything, but sure. Maybe part 2 will explain everything. Put it all together. Well, that's what we're here to do, man. We're here to talk about this phenomena here, man. We've been talking about this movie for a long time because we've been hearing about it for a long time about how this is one of the even pictures like, oh, I know y'all about talking about something crazy. Let me get out of here. I don't even want to hear this. Oh, yeah,
There she go.
She got them hooping costumes.
I'm good.
She was like a rattlesnake at the end.
She's like, y'all mocking me?
It's not funny. I hope this happens to you.
She actually kind of looks like this kid, doesn't she?
She does.
All right, did you get it out? All right. She says, okay, I'm ready to hear about this Ne Zha over here. Well, folks, we're going to sit up here and talk about this. We've been talking about this movie for a long time after hearing that it is one of the highest grossing movies of all time. Top 5, not animated, but top 5 highest grossing movie of all time. Like, I think like $120 billion or something.
Yeah, no. Titanic, Avatar, Avengers Endgame, move over.
Yeah. Ne Zha is here. So is it worth all the fuss and worth all the hype? Bigger question is, can you jump into part 2 and still know what the hell is going on? Well, let's take a look at this phenomenon of a film, and we'll be back to tell you everything that we can.
That we can.
That we can. Right after this.
We will change my destiny!
Well, watching the trailer, I got it.
Did you? Did you?
Now watch the movie.
So I exaggerated a little something. It's not $120 billion. I think it's in China, I don't know, maybe around $2 billion, $3 billion.
Yeah, I think
something
$2
like
billion.
that.
Said dollars or yen?
Yeah.
Oh,
That makes
yeah.
me
No,
nervous.
no, dollars. But one thing I'm not exaggerating about is that this movie is long. Like, y'all thinking animated movie. Y'all thinking like, oh, we'll be out in about an hour and 30 minutes. It ain't no Pixar, right? This ain't no DreamWorks movie. This is 2 hours and 44 minutes. I think it was longer than Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon or something like that.
Easily it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's longer than a lot of Martin Scorsese movies or something, man. Ne Zha, 2. So listening to the numbers on this, man, and listen to, again, how popular this movie is. So, 5th highest grossing movie of all time, huh? Highest grossing animated movie of all time, right? Okay. So I guess I got something lost in translation right here, because I wasn't joking. I didn't know what the hell was going on with this movie. And as I said, yet you're gonna drop me in part 2 right with this and just confuse me even more. Now, if anything, it makes this the weirdest movie that I've seen, or at least one of the weirdest movies I've seen in a long time. Not this year.
Mm.
I'm talking about ever. This movie is insane. It's crazy. It's also one of the most disgusting movies that I've ever seen. So as I said, first of all, I didn't know what was going on, man. It opens with the main characters, Ne Zha, and another demigod character, Al Bing. Forgive me for my pronunciation of these characters, I don't know. But it starts out with them being formed from Jell-O. They're just like little wiggly Jell-O molds or gummies. And they're made from this goo that people have been blowing their noses in. I'm like, what the hell are we watching right now? And next thing I know, their village is being attacked. Now, this people, I'm not exaggerating here. After they, get themselves together from being all Jell-O and everything, next thing I know, the village is being attacked by turtles, crabs. It looked like the movie got invaded by Pirates of the Caribbean.
Uh-huh.
They get attacked by turtles, crabs, an octopus man that likes to eat himself every now and then,
Oh, yeah.
and a swole ass shark on steroids, a shark man.
Yeah, street shark.
All thing was missing was a little cut off shorts. Meanwhile, they move on other crazy things. There's 3 dragons just chilling and hanging out in some lava, soaking in lava, plotting something, just talking about doing some shady shit. The movie keeps getting weirder.
Yeah.
Once they get out the village and they start going on their mission, they start fighting kung fu groundhogs. A demon with a cat head shows up. The tone is all over the place. At one point, it's a gross out kids movie with emphasis on gross. Okay, I mean, just childish. Just some things even Americans wouldn't even cross the line with. I know we like farts and all that kind of stuff and nasty humor, but man, they don't get no nachos doing this. Don't get no nachos. Don't get no lemonade. People are eating snot. People are drinking piss. Somebody's about to chug down some vomit. I was waiting for them to come up with some shit pudding later on. It's nasty, y'all.
They had to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah.
No, that's the next movie.
That line was crossed several times. That movie said cross this line. Okay, all right, cross this line. Okay, all right,
I dare to cross this one.
Yeah.
I hope you won't cross this one.
But the
Fine.
kid from weapons.
And it's so heavily front loaded, man, with story from the last movie. Because you got characters like these characters that show up with no backstory, but there's other characters in the movie that just pop up. I mean, and they are popping up in the movie like late almost to the third act.
Mhm.
And they have no background. They have no real story, at least that we know of. You know, you can kind of tell already, just looking at these characters. You can already tell, that these characters are loud because you got to consider this is a Chinese translation.
Mhm.
So these characters are loud. The dubbing is kind of obnoxious. It's a loud movie itself. So I a lot of things in here that you really need to. If you're thinking about seeing this, you really, really, really need to think about what you're doing when you go see it. It's long, it's loud, it's nasty, it's confusing.
It's confusing.
You ain't helping. I'm already. I'm already mad because this movie's confusing me. All right. Now, if your ass continue, if everything I'm telling you, you still choose to go see this movie, then what you really need to know about the film is I absolutely loved it, man. I love this movie.
I did.
Yeah, because I know Mark. Because I know
Yeah, we knew you did.
Man, y'all, listen, I didn't care. I didn't care about y'all because they saw me in the movie. Because after it was done, I was like, bravo, bravo, yes. Ne Zha! Yeah, man. No, they saw me clapping.
Yeah,
They saw me. I was walking out with Julie. Man, shit, that was good. I don't know what the hell was happening, but it was good.
No, we all said the same thing.
Let me tell y'all something, man. It's awesome because it is everything I said before, but it really is. It's like nothing you've ever seen, and that's an exaggeration. They say that in trailers all the time, like nothing you've ever seen, and it really is like nothing you've ever seen. And at least for me, and I can tell you why.
I didn't feel that way, but go ahead.
Well, let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Because first of all, it has a lot to do with Chinese culture, and the way they tell stories. It's just different from what we do. I'm pretty sure because the way they approach humor and the way they approach drama and how they mix them together and how things go along. It's probably different from the way we do things. It's very much different, and the tonal shifts in the movie can be very jarring. But what's jarring for us is normal for them. So watching this movie where it would not work in America at all, we would criticize a movie for doing what they do here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of it's just a different way of seeing a story be told, and actually seeing it work because they go so many different places with this movie constantly, and honestly that might not be for a lot of people, because it goes from being a wacky comedy, a kids comedy, to being something that can be very serious. Also, much of this is based on Chinese folklore. There's a lot of things that I mentioned that you're not going to know unless you know Chinese culture. And I think a lot of this stuff, look at some of this up.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of this is based on things like this 16th century book right here, Investiture of the Gods. There are all kind of references to their culture that we won't recognize. But as the movie goes along, even if you don't know, you start to like click it in place because they have something that's called like the lotus of reincarnation. I think that is something that is actual Chinese culture.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see in the movie the characters being created from jello and they come out of a lotus flower, you're like, okay, I don't need to know the culture to know what the lotus of reincarnation is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to figure it out and roll with it.
Yeah. And there's one big thing where I say that, and I'm gonna save this for later, why it's really like nothing we've ever seen before. Now, maybe over in China, it's something that's normal, but in America, we don't do this, and it's all business.
Yeah, no, not like anything in America. However, so much anime has populated America, and so much of this felt like if somebody took maybe 2 or 3 different animes and put them together, and this is watching a whole season in one movie.
Yes,
where it's going through all these twists and turns. It's also something kind of reminded me of Bollywood action movies and how it's just so epic and one thing after the next and the next and the next and the next.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just not just Chinese, but a kind of an Asian thing.
Well, it's another thing is it's a crazy mixture of styles. It's definitely a lot of anime. There's a lot of fight scenes in here that are very anime. There's some character designs that look like they're anime, but then some things look like Pixar. Some things look like DreamWorks. There's even a point where I'm looking at the design of some characters like Ne Zha, whatever. That character right there, that character looks like it could have been designed by the creator of the Gorillas, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so there's a lot of stylistic influences here in this movie that are just kind of all over the place too. Really, this movie, it should not work as well as it does because it's so all over the place. But I think the movie, where I'm saying like a lot of stuff gets lost in translation, or there's a cultural rift between, you know, the way we tell stories and the way they tell stories, and we might not get these things. There are some languages that we all speak that we understand, and humor being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the movie, a lot of this is it's like a clever buddy adventure movie combined with a body swap movie, because the character of Io Being, he loses his body, and to survive, he has to have his soul put in Ne Zha, and it makes for some great fight scenes. It's because Ne Zha has to go to sleep in order for this guy to take over. So it just becomes like a kung fu version of Weekend at Bernie's. He's just fighting while he's sleeping, falling all over the place. And it's great physical comedy. It's a lot of fun. And I think Ne Zha is funny, man. He can be annoying, but because he's a little punk, man. He's cocky. He asks too many questions.
Yeah.
He's a little obnoxious, but
plus he's got a punchable face.
Yeah, oh, he does, man. Oh, damn teeth.
It's funny. It seemed like this was like, well, this is the way they chose to draw him. And then later, man, everybody starts ragging on him about his teeth.
Yeah. And you know what? He deserves it, little badass.
Yeah, exactly.
He's always talking shit. So whenever they start messing with him, because he's also he's training to be a demigod. So while he's doing that, he keeps messing up because he knows every goddamn thing. So whenever he messes up, it's hilarious because he's so cocky about everything. But I like how he behaves like a kid.
Yeah,
he behaves like a little 12-year-old kid, man, and it makes for some funny situations. They go to this hall of the masters. They're like these other guys that teach other guys how to, train to be, expert fighters and whatnot. And he goes there and he tries to. So he goes there. And he's like just like a little kid. I gotta go to the bathroom. And they're like, all right, well, if you can find it. And he goes there and his little ass gets lost. And they have a scene where he's just going from room to room trying to find his way back. And I thought that was just cute, man. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, it has moments like that kind of slow down, which were cool.
Yeah. No, I thought that was hilarious, man. And the other language that they speak in this movie that I think that we all can relate to here is emotion, because it's weird how this movie goes from being very cartoonish. It's zany physical gags. It's a cartoon. It's a kid's cartoon, and then suddenly the movie takes a horrifying turn.
Yeah, very dark.
It's almost graphically horrifying. It disturbed me. I was bothered. I thought, man, I'm still thinking about that shit. I'm traumatized. And it becomes a little more serious, and it's very impactful. It's a big point, a big turning point for our main character here. And also it starts to tackle some big themes. I don't want to give away too much, but we start talking about things like slavery and genocide and colonialism. And I mean, these are, big themes for what's considered, what most people consider to be a family animated film. And I'll tell you, man, I was confused at the beginning. I expected to be, because, it's a different culture.
Yeah. But
as it went on, especially when we got to this point where Ne Zha he has his big turning point and a more serious turning point, everything just started to click together and make sense. And I was like, whoa. And they do something cheap too. If you see it, it's like, all right, that's an old plot device right there. But when they did that, it blew my mind. Because I was questioning a lot of things before that I did not understand, because I just thought that they were cultural differences.
Yeah.
But when they actually start to fall in place and I knew what was happening, I was like, I see now. Oh, hell yeah. I know what's going on. But the big language that everybody speaks, man, when it comes to movies, everybody knows a blockbuster when they see it.
Yeah, it's definitely that.
Yeah,
and this movie gets easier to understand, because as things fall into place, things get, and I don't mean this that the movie's dumb or anything, it just gets more simplified. You know, it becomes leaner. The story just starts to shave off a lot of extras and whatnot. And it just becomes a blockbuster anybody can understand.
Well, they shave off subplots and all that to get it down, and then just pack it with so many characters and so much action.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so many fights.
Oh, yes.
And
Best in the third act.
yeah, and you know, I mean, you look at that and you go, how do you do the choreography on this? Just by in animation terms,
Yeah.
how do you work all this out?
Yeah. Once the villain's objective becomes clear, a lot of things get stripped and simple. The movie becomes laser focused. And from there, it's just spectacle and beating the shit out of each other. It's like the most epic Dragon Ball Z movie you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like y'all ain't gonna be able to watch another Dragon Ball Z movie.
It's going to bore you because and this is thousands of characters fighting all at one time, and you can see them all.
It is insane.
The animation is incredible.
It's and that is why. This is why I say you've never seen anything like this before, and I would even say probably even around the world, because I don't know of anything else that I've seen, and maybe there is. Maybe I just haven't seen it. I don't know of anything else where I've seen an animated movie of this epic scope before.
Oh yeah,
No.
I've never seen this before.
It is the most epic.
I'm trying to think.
Think about it. No.
Yeah, it might be, yeah.
No, I've never. You're talking about 2 hours and 44 minutes, and
Was it that long?
Yeah, and
It's like 2 hours and 20.
Well, man, I don't know. That stinger felt like a 30.
I know.
They had a stinger that would never end.
You're right about that.
Yeah, I've never seen an animated movie of this scope before, and America won't do it because we still play it safe with animated films. Now on television, we're doing all kind of adult things with animation, but at the movies, so much money is being spent that we're not going to do this, go this dark and go this long and be this big.
Well, even if they did, American audiences aren't going to show up like Chinese audiences.
No.
No,
Even-
especially for
even
2 hours and 44 minutes.
Shit, even the audience we were with, it was a bunch of Chinese people there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they would if there was the right movie, maybe attached to the right property or right or something that has the right fan base. And it definitely can't be this long.
Well, I mean, you look at this. This is a folktale, almost a historic epic.
Yeah.
In America, we don't have those.
Well, no, we don't have those. But I mean, listen, one day we will have something where we're going to get the right sci-fi project, or we're going to adapt something that everybody loves, and we're going to put it on the big screen. It's going to be animated. We haven't reached that yet. We will. Maybe this will open the door to something like that.
Do you think it will now? Do you think America will try this?
Not immediately. I think we're on our own course to doing something like that, and it'll happen at some point. But this movie won't be the one to rush it. I think especially if it depends on how it does. Because if it does like the first movie did. Because the first movie only did $4 million here in America and did 50,000 pounds in the UK. So this hasn't caught on around the world exactly yet.
Right.
But if he does come to your town, see it, man, because it's like nothing you've seen before. And the fight scenes are thrilling. They're gorgeous. And the screen, look at this, right? The screen is filled with so much, man. As characters use the elements to fight, soon the screen is filled with just armies. Armies of like, look at this right here. The screen is filled with armies of characters just going to battle. Yeah. It's man, I was watching that. My brain almost melted. I was in awe.
and the thing is, so much of this kind of thing, well, like with anime and Dragon Ball Z and all that, watching, I go like, well, it's just power fantasy. It's just stuff that, I get why a lot of young men are into it because it's a power fantasy, and especially the hero he's the underdog that everybody underestimates, but he gets to show him he's the best of all. But here, this had a lot more going for it, like bigger stakes, just the context of it. As much as it may have started like typical anime, it really builds into something that has a lot more meaning to it.
Yeah. Did it need to be 3 hours? No, hell no. I don't know. Maybe for them. I mean, again, that's a culture thing. Maybe for them it works. For me, I didn't think so. Maybe not. But once it fell into place, I didn't mind. And I really do see why this is one of the highest grossing movies ever. It seems crazy to say because you just look at it and you're thinking like it's just some kind of anime thing. But once you see it, you can see why this works and why people in China would flock to it.
Yeah,
You
no.
know, I'm still not used to the tonal shifts that this does. Some of it was too much for me, a little too jarring. And I didn't always need all that nastiness. I need some weed and snot and everything. You know, that's just me. Some people don't mind that. But as you can tell, I really enjoyed this. It blew me away watching this. You hear about it and you're really not prepared for what you're going in for when you see it.
You know. What?
What?
I said what? I ain't saying nothing.
Say something.
What, you gotta add something?
No, I don't have, man, not this nigga.
No, look, the only reason why I wanted to go see it really was because I read that it was like the #1 movie and global phenomenon. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta go see this. It was crazy for like the first like 2 halves. I always feel like I didn't know what was going on. It just seemed like characters were going from one place to another just to beat the shit out of somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I never really understood the story. But I'll tell you what I really enjoy about this movie. 2 big things. The animation. I don't think I've ever seen animation look so beautiful. Like, it just looks gorgeous watching this. Please, if you're going to see this in IMAX. Please.
That's right, we did.
Yeah, please go see it in IMAX, man.
Well, everybody can't be fancy like y'all.
Man, the colors look good. Man, the sound was incredible. Oh, but another thing that was really good was the action. Like y'all brought up, the choreography. I was like, how the hell do y'all animate just so much? And every move was different. They never once did the same thing over and over again. I would compare this, because this is the only anime I really know like that, to Dragon Ball Z, like y'all said earlier. And I was like, this just seems like a big-ass Dragon Ball Z movie. But better, I would say. I actually want to see this again in 40X. I want to see what it feels like.
Boy, you gonna come out with black eye, teeth missing, bloody nose. That chair's gonna beat your ass.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I want to see the 40X.
Taking Mount 2 fist off.
That chair's gonna kill you. You better not do that.
I'm thinking about it. But yeah, man, I absolutely, like I said, for the first half, I really wasn't digging it. But I think towards that the third act, everything starts to come in place, like y'all said. Like the pieces start to get put together. And I was like, okay, I'm really starting to dig this. Now, there's a plot twist in the movie. I don't think that plot twist is really that good. I kind of saw the plot twist coming from like.
I dug it a lot, actually.
Actually, I did too.
Y'all did?
Yeah, that's where my mind was blown. I was like, I did not see any of this coming.
I kind of saw that coming earlier.
Aren't you smarter than everybody?
But yeah, man, I absolutely love this film. Are we good in our ratings?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do your rating.
Should I go a low full price?
Low full price. Okay. Martin?
So I understood all of this movie, but I wasn't that crazy about it. For the first hour, anyway, because the first hour was more the comedy, almost slapstick, the kiddie stuff. And even when the animation started, I was like, well, I know it's the #1 movie, but it's no Pixar. But there came a point, because I was really I wasn't just not liking it. I was just kind of nodding out. Like I just couldn't pay attention. It just felt so inconsequential. But there's a point when Ne Zha has a duel with his trainer. And that suddenly woke me up, because I was like, this fight stuff is really cool and inventive. And the conclusion of that was where all the stakes came in, where everything. And from that point, it just built and built and built. And I was like, yeah, son, you won me over. You won me over big time. Yeah. And it kept doing that over and over again, to where I was just like, man, I'm so happy I came to see this. It's an amazing film. There's just so much going on. But like you, Corey, it's just that with that first hour, so much of it was picking up from, I guess, the previous movie. Because it just looks like the previous movie has a different tone than all of this.
And they try to like do a quick recap of the first
recap
one.
And all that. And I honestly, I don't feel like you need to see the first movie. I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt, but I didn't have any trouble picking up what was going on. And once it really gets into what the story is, it's fascinating and it's exciting and it's heartbreaking at times. It's amazing how it's able to switch and do that. Now, within those dark, heartbreaking times, so often they switch to something slapsticky, and you're like, don't
that's what I'm talking about, man.
This is not. But maybe it's our American sensibilities.
Yeah.
What did I say? But other than that, so glad to see it. Yes, IMAX. I'm more of a very, very high matinee on this one.
Okay. And yeah, so it's a funny movie where it starts out confusing, and then as things continue, and you start to retroactively put things together, things start to make sense that you saw before that didn't make that much sense. And even then, if it doesn't, again, that's a cultural thing, and everything that matters does work, does make sense. So yeah, I would probably go for, like you, Julian, a low full price. I love the film. I could see myself watching this again, even at 2 hours and however long, 40 minutes or whatever.
Well, when you watch it again, it'll be at home, so you can just go. Bzzz.
Yeah.
Fast forward to the third act.
Playing in the background. But yeah, I know I loved it though. I really did. I enjoyed this more than I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
So it lived up to the hype for me, is what I'm saying.
It was just so funny. I think it was like the second or third fight. He fights this one guy that could teleport. I was like, what are you fighting him for? I was so confused.
I was happy to see it because I wanted to see your little ass get beat.
Yeah, he's getting his ass beat.
I need that ass whooping, yeah. Look at him. I don't even like his ass right now. I wish somebody come in and knock his ass out right here. Or would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon, where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.